such an asshole!
Hello, Lieutenants of the Comments, the old Captain here. I wore my small brim fedora. Actually, it's not my small brim fedora. It's my buddy's, because I have real fedoras like Humphrey Bogart, the non-pussy type of fedora. But I wore it in honor. We're going to talk about atheist cult. Not atheism, atheist cult. And there's a difference. And the reason I wanted to bring this up very quickly, wanted to do it originally, but get my ass kicked by Asshole Consulting. But you will run into this. A couple of people say, what is atheist cult? And you will run into it, especially with these millennial kids. And so I decided we're going to describe it, because there's some additional insight you can get into religion and the human psyche. All right. First, atheism, you don't believe in God. Okay, and the general gist of that would be, okay, there's nothing really to say. You don't believe in God. But what I find really amazing, what's really interesting, is how you can have books and internet communities and all this stuff. And even though I like him, Penn Jillette has named a band called the No God Allowed Band. And it kind of looked at me, it's like, it's the element of she doth protest too much. Where it's like, okay, you're an atheist. Wouldn't you just like shut up and sleep in on Sundays? You know, and I'm agnostic, and I hate, if I had to choose between atheists and religious people, I would choose atheists. But here's the problem, is they're not atheists. They're not non-religious. Because for some of them, not all, you know, a real atheist, you know, I don't believe in God. And that's all that really needs to be said, because it's a non-belief. There's nothing really to explain. I don't believe in God. All right, yeah. But for a large part, I'd almost say, especially the younger you get, I'd almost say the same percentage of the fake pussy poser virgin towels, the TFLers and the involuntary cells and all those other guys of the MGTOW community, I'd say almost damn well near half of at least the internet community of atheists, or probably even more now you think about it, by the fact that they are online, and they somehow define themselves beyond just, I'm atheist. Kind of like, I got brown eyes. But I don't go out there, I got brown eyes. God damn it, I belong to a brown eye forum on the internet. And I did a brown eye YouTube thing. Browneye.com, and donate at my Patreon. They don't do that. But by the fact you're online, it increases the chances you are a religious atheist, or what we call atheist cult, because it becomes a cult. And here's the irony, and I would even say hypocrisy, of atheist cult, or atheist cult. And that is, you do have a religion. You didn't simply just give up religion and say, I truly don't believe in anything, and now I have to work my brain around trying to figure out, well, why am I here? What is the point and purpose in life? Maybe we are just specks on a dust on a bit of dust floating around, more dust. They just can't do that. They got to go and they got to substitute it with some false religion. Not to say all religions are false, because nobody has the answer. But in every religion, it's false. And then they simply made atheist cult their religion. And this is why you got, what's the guy? The Amazing Atheist. He and I, of course, have our own disagreements. But there's a perfect example, is where it's like, how can you do? He's successful. You know, I'm amazed. Like, what do? You talk about how much God doesn't exist every day, and you have, he's probably got 700,000 followers now. But that's the whole point. Is the guy's a loser. There's nothing else. What are you really contributing to society aside from saying that God doesn't exist? And they don't. All they do is they rip on Christianity and religious types, except for Islam, because most of the atheists are liberals, and that means most of them are cowards and pussies, and they'll pick on the people that don't fight back. But you got to be saying, like, what? You really place this much value of, or let this much of your life's value, your life's worth, be determined by a belief? So in other words, when you look at atheist cult, the people are just like, they're in your face about like, I'm an atheist, and they want to talk about it, and they really like slamming on people. They're funny, they believe in the guy up in the sky with the beard, and let's not mention Muhammad, we might get our ass kicked. Anyway, but when you run into these people, you're going to find out that just like feminists, just like even leftists, hardcore Democrats, you could even say rightists, people who are like way involved in politics. What else? The anti-abortion type people. I'm just trying to think of other things. Going green. That's a huge thing. I only eat non-GMO food, and I'm all organic, and I believe in helping out the children, and I'm going green and global warming. These are all religions. They're substitute religions for the ones they probably abandoned or were driven out of by their parents or overly strict Christian or religious parents. But trust me, they're nothing more than religions. It's all religion. And it's because I would have to agree with Jesse Ventura. Weaker minds need some kind of religion. They do. I'm even thinking, and I'll be coming out with a post relatively soon, about whether or not humans can even exist without religion. Like, let's say you truly set out to not have religion, to truly be an atheist. What percentage of people could actually do that? And I'm betting it's pretty small, because everybody must have some kind of point, purpose, and agency. And either you're a productive individual who is a scientist, a creator, an innovator, you're a parent, you're a father, you're a mother, you have a career, you're a tradesman, you're a programmer, you're something else. But if you're a loser, losers typically go run into religion and use that as the defining value for them, or the defining value for them in their lives. So you gotta look at and say, okay, let's say you're gay, okay. But then you also are like my buddy Khan. You're gay, but you're also an architect. Khan, my buddy, he doesn't, I'm gay. He doesn't go to gay pride thing. He loves architecture, and it shows, and that gives him value and worth. But if you go, oh, well, any one of the other, gay activists, where it's like, I'm gay, or they wear their badge, I'm black, I'm Hispanic, I'm Asian, I'm the new one with the millennials. Tell me if this ain't a fucking religion. I'm pansexual, I'm one of the 38 flavors, and they're always trying to discover new things, and I'm polymorphous or polyandrous or all this other bullshit. It is a weak mind who doesn't, a lazy mind, worse. It's not only weak, but it's worse. It's a lazy mind. And they want to substitute some fake religion for accomplishment, something that they can simply believe in and say they have value as a human being, when they're just a bunch of lazy, no-good fucks, typically stuck in academia, living off their parents or a government check, either Pell Grants or actual welfare, who just don't want to achieve anything. Shit, I know well, back in the day, I was a window washer. I got a good buddy that I know. He's a window washer. You know what? As low as that job may seem, that's more value than just simply claiming you're Christian, you're an atheist, you're polyandrous, you're going green, or you conserve, or you're environmentalist, or you're helping the children. He's actually producing something that society wants. It's not a belief. Beliefs are cheap. Beliefs are free. Beliefs are nothing. They have no value. Now the guy's, of course, going on to get his chemical engineering degree, but I'm pointing out that even flipping burgers, even writing a book that may or may not get published, there is absolutely some productive value. Cleaning toilets, that has more value than merely claiming a religion, one that is, quote, false, that is not a traditional religion based around a theist or God or a deity. But when you look at it, most of these people are just lazy fucking losers who don't want to work hard at life, but their ego can't sustain that. And that's why they go running to these, quote, false gods. And that's why you see, this is why most atheist cult members, not atheists, atheist cult members, the ones banging their drums about how proud they are they're atheists, are kind of dickheads and losers. Not all of them, but most of them. Where you're like, okay, let's be done talking about atheism, which is basically talking about your insecurities of not being able to accomplish jack shit in life. So, anyway, that's what atheist cult is. You will see it very pronounced, and increasingly so, as time goes on, and these younger millennial kids, and heaven help us, what the fuck's going to come after them, as they replace work, accomplishment, excellence, merit, rigor, independent achievement, innovation, creativity, thought, ponderance, as they replace it with just traits, just worthless beliefs that really don't mean anything. I hope that explained it. And as always, you could go to my other websites. You can go to assholeconsulting.com. I got my podcast, soundcloud.com/. Someone told me it's / not / Aaron _Clary. Just search my shit up. That's basically all you have to do to us.